A stunning view of Capitol Hill from high above. We're here in the seat of the U.S. government, Washington, D.C. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin. Now let's take a moment. Hey, Dave.
Well, for Bradley Beal, it all started with his shot. His mom was a great athlete.
It sure is. Thanks, David. What great athleticism with both these teams. I mean, every move is so graceful, so skilled. I mean, majestic.
It is, Kevin. There's an explosiveness. There's this speed that is absolutely incredible to watch. Every possession up and down the floor could have the potential highlight reel.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got Damari Carroll out there. Cody Zeller out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 1. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Bradley Beal is out there with Brown, and it's Brown in at the small forward position. Here's Gay. Rebound, Washington. Pulls up on the wing. Misses off the left iron. Not going to go that time. Now Washington takes it the other way. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
And boy, did they impress everyone with that comeback they had in the fourth. Just stunned that crowd.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Carroll against Brown. Carroll dishes to Zeller. Gay left side. Goes back up, and Zeller with the lay-in.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Brown finds Brown. Back to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Che.
Well, easy bucket there, right? Che finding the wide-open man. Great decision.
The Hornets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Now Graham, 17 points for him last game against New York. Gay left side. Another miss by Gay.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different...
Oh,
Wow, absolutely tremendous finish by Che.
Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to New York. Graham, the pass to Carroll. Kicks it to Graham for the 3. That shot missing, and the Wizards now going the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Raptors. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
You know, for the Wizards, they just understand how good they really are. One of the biggest hurdles is to avoid complacency, though, down the stretch.
Clock at 6. Lets a floater go, and Rozier with the nice bucket inside.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Che drives in, and Che throws it down.
Body control by Che allows him to absorb contact without it affecting his shot.
Hornets trail by 6. Rozier looking around. He feeds it to Graham. That shot off. Some solid defense from Brown. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Che with the ball.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Here's Rozier. Zeller trying to free himself up. No good with the layup.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Brown, good.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Back to Zeller. They get a hand on it. Passes it to Graham. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from 16. Rebound, Washington.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness. Well, a new era begins for the Washington Wizards, right? A change in the front office. The team has tried for years to rebuild in a number of different approaches. Perhaps a fresh outlook for fans under new guidance gives this team new hope.
And for the Wizards and their new front office doors, a tough task ahead of them.
I think so, Kevin, because first and foremost, they need to change the culture of the team, right? Too long, there had been a lack of accountability in D.C., and I think once they address that, the rest of the rebuild could come easier.
Back to Brown. And it's Gay with the rebound.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
It's Carroll on the wing. Dishes to Graham. Pulls up. And the Hornets miss again.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
That one good for 2.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Rozier the pass to Gay. Here's Graham, and it's sent back by Bryant. And he gets it back. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. Here's Graham. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Brown, good.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Pass to Zeller, and here is Graham. He kicks to Gay. And it's sent back by Bryant. And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. And here are the Hornets now. A 12-point game. 2 on the clock. Rozier unable to get that one. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Brown jams it in.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Monk kicks to Zeller. Monk with the ball. Jay's there. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Jay with the ball, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Of course, when you watch the game now, Biggs playing on the perimeter, who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane we've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Davis Bertans comes in for Hachimura. And it's John Wall in for Troy Brown. Monk, the pass to Washington. Shot to stop the run. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Brown. Brown jams it in.
Boy, what a motor. Scouts question Chase Desire in college. No more.
Washington shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Paseknik's checked in for the Wizards. The Hornets also changing it up. Batum comes in for Zeller. And it's Marshawn Brooks in for Rozier. One free throw good from Brown. And glad to see John Wall back out there after fighting back from his Achilles injury he suffered in early 2019.
And obviously, Kevin, an Achilles injury is very worrisome for any athlete, but particularly one like John Wall, whose speed is a major part of his game. But boy, he looks good out there, and you hope he avoids any more injuries the rest of his career.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Wizards making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Just 5 to shoot. Brooks. Great D that time from Shea.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Here's Bezekniks, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Shea.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Now, here's Monk. He's covered by Murray. The shot by Monk is no good.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And Shea gets it to go.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Brooks against Brown. Batum passes to Bridges. And it's blocked. And here we go. Fast break with Shea.
Well, this is part of his rise to being an NBA player. Shea does such a good job of drawing contact.
Washington shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And both free throws good for Shea. Here's Monk. No points in the game yet for him. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Brooks. Batum inside the three-point line. Charlotte no good that time either.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Monk. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man. And I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Brooks outside. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded closely. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on John Wall. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah.
Rozier with the steal. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ish Smith is out there with Shea. And it's Beal in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's Rozier. The teardrop falls in. Rozier's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Bucks was tremendous. He had an impressive number of points, and his unselfishness with the ball, combined with his defensive activity, made a huge impact. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt, Greg. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Here's Graham, covered by Smith. Gay outside. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And even though he came into the league at the age of 19 out of the University of Florida, Beal has been a scorer since the get-go.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league as a sweet shooting 2-guard. He has worked his way into being a tremendous playmaker. Year over year, his overall offensive game has gotten so much better. When he first came into the NBA, many thought Bradley Beal would be a mostly catch-and-shoot shooting guard. But this guy is proven he can definitely shoot, but there's so much more to his game. He can create for others. He can get himself off on the bounce. He is a terrific all-around guy now.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Rozier against Brown, over Rozier, and it's Brown missing. And with Beal doors, he's been more aggressive at attacking the rim.
And Kevin, it's worked out for him because he's gotten to the line more, and that allows you to become a consistent scoring presence, where the dynamic nature of Beal's offensive game has really elevated. I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Graham with the ball. He has 5. And there's the pass to Gay. Zeller trying to free himself up, and that one's good by Gay. Gay's got 6.
And Gay has great length down on the block there. Fantastic at just jumping on opportunities to score when he's down low. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And taken away by Brown. And here we go. Fast break with Che. Here's Beal. Good. And it's Che picking up the assist. Brown's got 5 assists tonight.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Graham, the pass to Zeller. Passes to Graham. Clock at 6. Inside, here's Zeller. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Zeller's got his second basket of the night.
That's a really nice read by Damari Carroll out of the pick and roll. He sees the progression, reacts, and puts it on time and on target.
And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Saturday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Pass to Graham. Here's Zeller. And here is Graham, and no good. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Payton, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. So it's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev. This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's Graham, covered by Che. Graham, the pass to Carroll. The baseline Che. Here's Zeller, and it's sent back by Bryant.
2 points. Cody Zeller.
1:52 left in the first half. Here's Brown. Ryan in the post. He's against Zeller. 6 to shoot. Payton dishes to Che. Bryant trying to free himself up, and it's Brown missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Graham. He's covered by Brown. And taken away by Brown. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to Che. Brown's got 6 assists now in the game. And so Graham will bring it up for Charlotte. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Zeller trying to free himself up. Here's Che. Here's Hachimura. And that's good off the glass that time. Hachimura's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Graham kicks to Rozier. 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Rebound, Washington. Hachimura's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Che is absolutely on fire. Worked for everything he's gotten.
Charlotte shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. Graham, the pass to Gay. That one doesn't go. Now here's Brown, who's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. From down in the low post, it goes. Che's got 36.
Well, just tremendous concentration. Che with a total focus on finishing the play.
Che, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for the Washington Wizards. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We want to hit them first. We weren't going to.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the court for the Hornets, Rudy Gay is out there with Cody Zeller. Then it's Damari Carroll. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the point guard. Beal dishes to Brown. Good, and it's Beal picking up the assist. Shea's got 38 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Graham surveying the floor. Gay outside. The 17-footer goes down. Gay's got 8 points.
And this is an area where Gay is especially dangerous. A terrific mid-range scorer.
Outside, Beal. Back to Brown. Over Graham. Shea, no good.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. But Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. And let's quickly check out the best young defenders, how they've been playing in the low post lately. Your rookie block leaders for the past month. Shea, number 1.
He's been a factor on the inside. An impressive stretch for him defensively.
Throw good, Beal.
We are talking about an elite 2-guard. Bradley Beal can shoot it. He can guard virtually any position on the floor, and his ability to elevate his playmaking skills has changed the equation.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Rozier against Brown. Pass to Carroll. Now Rozier. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
And with a 6'8" arm span, Terry Rozier Doris plays a lot bigger than his 6'1" height.
Kevin, there is no doubt this is one of the outstanding rebounders from the guard position. He is an excellent defensive player. Scary Terry can hurt you on both ends of the floor.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Here's Graham. He's covered by Beal. There's the pass to Zeller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Shea drives in.
Well, getting buckets on the drive, such a valuable skill. Shea, that will open up his perimeter game.
The Hornets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Rozier. Rebound, Washington. Bryant's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Brown, right side. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Shea's got 44.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
They get it again. Hachimura. Good work defensively by Gay. Hornets shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Carroll against Brown, and the layup is good. Carroll's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, this score is all about DeMarre Carroll getting himself good post position. If you allow him that deep, turn the lights out, Kevin.
Here's Brown. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Here's Graham. Drills the baseline jumper. Graham's got 9.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Now here's Che. Graham defending. Back to Che. The 15-footer. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Took him no time at all on that one. He's got 11. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. from deep three-point range. And again, Washington, no good. The Hornets have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Beal against Carroll. To the paint, here's Zeller. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the line for him here.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
The first one falls. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think
for the Wizards, Murray's checked in for Troy Brown. And Chase subbed in for Napier. Brooks checked in for the Hornets. Washington passes to Monk. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. And the voting for the dunk contest is just about over. So let's bring up the leading contenders for you. Boy, with the players on this list, you know this year's contest is going to be a fun one.
It is. And with their places in the contest almost wrapped up, I'm sure these guys are working on their moves already.
Well, you look at Brown, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And the list of participants is going to be final soon, so we'll be sure to keep you posted. This year's dunk contest should be a very special one.
And every year, it seems, we see something in the dunk contest that we've never seen before, and I don't think this year will be any different. And let's take a look at the numbers for Che. Tops in scoring, first in steals, and defensively, he controls the airspace like no other, ranking second in the league in blocks per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. And the first one at the line is good.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Washington's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Oh, and the jam by Che.
wow, that's a big-time dribble drive by Che. Put a little sizzle in it.
Here's Brooks. He has 6. Feeds it to Monk. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here's the break. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Monk kicks to Bridges. Outside, Batum. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Monk. Trying his luck from deep. It's rebounded by John Wall.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
The Wizards have gone 9 of 13 from the line. Free throw, good. Che.
I'll tell you, this guy gathered a ton of endorsements before even entering the NBA. So in light of that, you love how well-grounded Che is.
Smith checked in for John Wall. To the middle, here's Monk, and then Monk with the dunk.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And it's Brown missing.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Chemistry at its best, an unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Brooks against Smith to the right side. Now, here's Monk, guarded closely. Back to Brooks. Shoots. Bertans grabs the board. Washington's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And the foul called on Shea. That is his first foul of the game. 12 seconds left to play in the third. Brooks with it. From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. Shea, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for Washington. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. And we'll be back with you. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Brown out there with this Smith. Then there's Payton. And it's Pasekniks in at the 5. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. From deep, Shea, and got it! Another basket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And so Brooks will bring it up for the Hornets. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level. But I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Martin's checked in for Charlotte, and it's Brown missing. The Hornets shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Here's Washington, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
For the Hornets, P.J. Washington. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Shea passes to Pasekniks. The 15-footer. Tries again and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Brooks with it. Now guarded by Shea. Brooks kicks to Rozier. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Probably the most likely candidate. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Shea with the bucket.
Boy, that's some big-time energy out of Shea, simply running the floor, getting an easy opportunity.
Rozier against Brown. They double him with Shea. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
That's his 3rd personal foul. Shooting for Charlotte, P.J. Washington. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Rudy Gay's checked in for Terry Rozier. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
Payton against Martin. 5 on the clock. Pasechniks with the rebound. Pasechniks got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Shea's shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
It's off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. Ryan, he's checked in for Smith. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Musa, he's checked in for Marshawn Brooks. Pass to Bacon. Here's Musa. Here's Bacon. In the corner, it's Martin. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Bacon. Launches a 3. No good there. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Here's Bonga. The dish to Brown. From beyond the arc. And Bacon pulls it down. Shea's gone 1 of 5 from three-point territory. Here's Gay. Charlotte no good that time either. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Here's Brown. Here's Pasechniks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Here's Musa, covered by Shea. And the pass to Martin. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Gay right side. From deep. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Back to Che. Unloads. And finish off by Bryant.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Back to Martin. Rebound, Washington. It's Brown on the wing. The 9-foot shot. Musa grabs the miss. The Hornets shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. It's Martin on the wing. Covered by Payton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. Gay, that's good.
And Gay has become a viable threat from the perimeter. Feels like he can get his shot up over anyone from anywhere.
Pass to Bonga. Now Napier. On the wing, Brown. Lets it fly from 18. Here's Bryant. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession.
Shooting for Washington. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Murray's checked in for Washington. He doesn't get the second one. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
Well, free throw drops for Bryant.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
So it's the Hornets now. Here's Musa. Washington passes to Musa. He dishes it to Martin. The shot. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop. You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Poke loose. It's stolen by Brown. And here we go. Fast break with Che. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Che.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think, Greg, this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
Gay up top, defended by Bryant. Washington, that's good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play. Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Here's Bacon. He's covered by Murray. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
Pass to Gay. The 15-footer, good.
Yeah, and Gay is a volume shooter. He knows he's out there to score. Love watching him catch fire.
Napier finds Brown. Lets it go from the wing. That misses off the backboard.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Bacon the pass to Gay. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Washington. Pass to Musa. Martin with it. Over Jay. Can't hit from 12.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Here's Martin. Count that one. Martin's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
And here's Napier. From deep, Shea. They grab their own miss.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin. And the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell. In no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Washington.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jay.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Napier finds Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Bonga the pass to Brown. Fires it up. The shot, no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Here's Musa. The pass to Washington. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth, and the basket is good.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
And stolen by Gay. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Over to the wing. Lets it fly from 18.
That's his second personal foul. 4th team foul. Substitution on the play.
And Washington can just let the clock run down here. The pass to Besekniks. Back to Che. To the inside. And stolen by Zeller. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really fun to see that rhythm and flow.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Owens, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.